Hey, Dork here, bringing you another DC Collectibles review. Today we're going to be looking at the DC Comics Designer Series Greg Capullo 0-Year Batman figure. Now, usually there'd be a figure in here, but in my excitement, I had to open them, and, well, we're looking at a mostly empty box. Here we have the little shell packaging where Batman would be, Batman 0-Year, and DC Comics Designer Series Capullo, Greg Capullo, number 9. This is the third wave from the Greg Capullo series. Some nice art from Greg Capullo, the 0-Year suit. Love Greg Capullo's artwork. He's actually my favorite comic book artist. And the other figures from Wave 3. We have the 0-Year Batman, Commissioner Gordon, and Batgirl. I have all three. Unfortunately, Two-Face, I guess, has been delayed. I think he's coming out some point in January. And 0-Year Batman again. Okay, enough of this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. I'm excited! And here he is out of packaging. I really like Scott Snyder's and Greg Capullo's run on Batman, and I really like 0-Year, and I love this figure, but I want to love it more. There's just some things that kind of hold it back. Let's take a closer look. And here's 0-Year Batman up close. For one of my favorite things about the 0-Year run was actually Greg Capullo's redesign of the Bob Kane, Bill Finger design. I really like how he kept aspects of the original costume, but he also modernized it. He still has mostly the same cowl. The ears kind of come out. He still has the Batwing cape that splits and the purple gloves, but there's still all of his little touches. There's this black ribbing going on here throughout the whole outfit. He's got a holster for his grapnel gun and a totally different looking belt. I really like this belt. I like how you got the yellow pouches here, but then you got the black pouches going throughout, and I don't know what this is supposed to be, some kind of design here. And it's his bat symbol, but it's kind of got the same aesthetic of the original suit. There's one thing I can say definitely is that DC Collectibles really knows how to get Greg Capullo's art in the 3D realm. I just really love how Greg Capullo draws Batman. It's kind of got like an animated look to it, but it still has some realism. There's still a lot of detail in it. Got a nice looking cowl here. Got the separate neck piece that goes in the cape here. All the ribbing on the shoulders and stuff. Got some nice little wrinkles sculpted in. And all this detail. Look at the hands. It's very nicely done. And an actual functioning holster. The holster actually functions. It's kind of made out of a soft rubber. Got the little buckles or pouches here. And I love the shoes. The shoes are so well done. Look at all that detail. They actually got all the little lace holes and everything. All the laces done and everything. It's very nicely done. And he does have a peg hole at the bottom of his foot. There's something else I really like about this figure more than the original, and we'll go ahead and take a look at that one too along with this, is they actually kind of sculpted lids this time. You can kind of see it how the eyes are behind this time. In the original figure, they just kind of have the eyes sculpted out instead of like they're almost in. Like this feels like an actual eyelid going on here. So that's just really cool. It's a really nice touch. And for me, it really takes the head sculpt to the next level. This is what I was talking about with the eyes. There's the hints of an eyelid, but it doesn't feel the same as with this one. Like you can see here that it seems like there's actually like a legit sculpt going on here, and that there's almost like a sculpt behind the mask. Whereas with this one, it just kind of feels like it's painted on. Batman's articulation is as follows. His head can look up that high. Look down that low. He has a pretty nice neck pivot. You can look side to side. And part of what I was talking about earlier with things I don't like about this, as you can see, his arm can only move up that high due to the sculpt. And it's just kind of a letdown. I really wish they'd maybe done something about that. However, weirdly enough, I noticed this shoulder is more covered than this shoulder. It's kind of weird. I don't know if that's a quality control issue or what. But aside from that, his arms can move up that high that way. And same way from the back. We've got a little bicep swivel. Again, it's a little hindered by the sculpt. I'm a little afraid of moving it too much. Single jointed elbow. And a wrist swivel. He has a pretty nice ab crunch. Goes down about that far. It goes back about that far. Waist swivel. And again, when it comes to articulation being hindered by the sculpt, you can barely move it. You can't move his legs in, and you can barely move them out. And he's kind of always in this wide stance. He looks like his balls are stuck to the insides of his thighs, and he's trying to free them up. Oh, God. And it's a bit of a letdown again. Like, it just kind of kills it for me a little bit, because you can't have him not in a wide stance. But aside from that, his legs go up that far. It's not very far. You can go back about that far. He has a thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Boot cut. And again, this is where the original has a bit better articulation. His ankle can only move about that far up. Can't really move back, and it's got a swivel. But I don't know, I just feel like the original had more articulation, unfortunately, which is a bit of a letdown because a lot of it's the same. This is what I meant that the original had better articulation. The ankle actually goes back much farther and goes up much farther. And actually, something else that the 0 year is missing is a wrist hinge. This one has a very nice wrist hinge. So yeah, it's a little disappointing that the first wave figure, honestly, has more articulation than the third wave figure. But it's still cool, because I love both of these. Here's a size comparison next to Riddler of the same line. He stands about just the same height. Here's Gordon from the same wave. He stands just a little bit taller than Jim, and just a bit taller than Batgirl. And here he is next to the Wave 1 Capullo Batman, and he's actually a little taller by more than just the ears. Standing by himself, he looks to be just at 7 inches tall. 0 year Batman does come with a few accessories. Comes with a pretty plain looking grapnel gun. It's got the little gold here with some of the sculpt there. I would have liked to maybe see some kind of finish on this, you know, just to give it a bit more life. Again, I understand it's based off of Capullo's artwork, but again, it just, I would have liked maybe some kind of wash on it. It would have been nice. But for the most part, it's pretty nice. And again, Batman having a functioning holster for the gun is very nice. It just fits right in there. Like I said, it's very soft rubber, so just goes right in there, no problem. I do feel like this might come off at some point. It feels a little like but again, you can just glue that on. Batman also comes with an extra hand to hold the gun. So all you gotta do with that is take Batman's hand off here. I did hit it with a blow dryer to make it a little bit easier, and well, it's about as hard as it was the first time. Great. Oh boy. Here he is holding the gun. I actually had to take a blow dryer just to get it to go back on again. So keep a blow dryer handy when you're messing with these, because they harden right back up and become impossible to even put anything in. As you can see, I actually got some paint scuffage from when I actually tried to without blow drying it. So always keep a blow dryer handy when dealing with DC collectibles, because they'll break. Like I said in the first review, they'll break. They'll always break. He also comes with 2 very small batarangs. I don't know what we're supposed to do with these, because his trigger hand can't hold it. Like, they'll just fall through. You know, he doesn't really have a hand to hold the batarang, so I don't know what do you want me to do with this? You can't hold it. So all in all, I really do like this figure. I do have some problems with the articulation, but again, it's just such an awesome figure from such an awesome story. It's really hard not to sing praises for this figure. So if you want to pick this up, you can find it at Big Bad Toy Store, your local comic book shop, or maybe even Amazon.com. So if you like this video, let me know, comment, maybe like, maybe even subscribe. So until next time, stay dorky, my friends.